My family left Egypt in 1960. I was 1 year old. I don't have direct memories of that Egypt, but maybe I felt the boat siren. I felt my parents packing suitcase. I had to give up toys. I had to give up many things we had to leave behind. Those sculptors are looking for what was lost, what was forgotten in the cloud, in the desert, in a mist that went away. But maybe they say that not everything was lost. Birds, ideas, dreams, my childhood, still present. Verticality is also the idea to connect earth and sky, the idea to separate from what is lying down. Verticality carries an energy, carries a moment that doesn't stop, the feeling of an eternal movement. Well, this is a series of new pieces. I used piece of iron, either plates or ellipses, elements that I twist. I had started working with iron when I was 20 years old. I used big iron plates. I worked with the anvil, with the hammer, with the welding machine. Quite dynamic, quite strong pieces. And basically, 40 years later, it interested me to work again with iron. And another angle, perhaps, with more softness, with more maturation. Perhaps in space, I also like voids. Sculpture is first an object, then you can touch, then you can measure. But in fact, the void around it are so important. And I try to give a sound to these voids. A sound with my hands. The sound of our presence, the sound of our absence, our life, our death. So I use this rubble because I had to contrast with the verticality. If there is only verticality, it doesn't speak anymore. We lose the idea of the ground. We lose the idea of the roots. And time runs out. when I start a sculpture, I try to think about nothing. I empty my mind. I look at the block who are in the studio, and sometimes I mark a curve, and I let it after for 1 month, for 6 months, and the stone speak by itself finally. There is a discussion between the stone and me, and the stone whisper, and if I stay very quiet, I can hear it. It's like a pebble. When you are on the edge of a beach, and if you take a pebble in your hand, you feel something very strong. The pebble tells you that many things, tells you about the cosmos, tells you about another scale of time, infinitely higher. And here reassure you, because you are in contact with another world. Well, a sculpture is first a form, that's to say an interior within interior life. But I also like to take care of its skin, because it's the skin you will touch, it's the skin who appears first perhaps. And with pigments, with my painting, I work on this skin, I accentuate the crevices, I accentuate the shadows, and I like that way of entering in the sculpture through his skin too. So here I am in front of my sculptures. I have the feeling that they look at me. They ask me deep down why they are here, why I am here. And it's a lot of time that I spend with them. I love them because I made them. And to make them, I had to love them, to look for them. That we look each other, and it's my life. It's like this.